Hello everybody and welcome to episode 25 here on the BaconCraft server. I am Hodag, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm going to do today. I have a list of like 15 things that I could do, but I don't really feel like doing any of them. None of them really are tickling my fancy, as they say. And I'm also a little bit worried because I'm starting this so late here on Saturday that I probably won't get this out my normal time on Sunday, but hopefully I will still get it out sometime on Sunday. So apologies to all of you guys who didn't get it in the morning, if I in fact do not get it out in the morning. But here's what I think I'm going to do. And by the way, I'm not going to get it out because, number one, I couldn't think of what to do. I saw my list of things to do and I wasn't sure. Number two is I've had an interesting week, and I'll tell you guys more about that as the episode goes on here today. But what we're going to try to do is I think we're going to head over to a skeleton spawner here in a second, because I'm going to need some bone meal coming up soon. And we have quite a bit of bone meal. Let's actually check that out. I think my bones are down here. We have quite a bit right now, but I think we're going to need even more. So we're going to get that skeleton spawner up and running and try to get ourselves some bones. And the next thing we're going to do after that is we might run over to the ocean temple and do some things. And then I have one other idea that we might do in today, but today's episode is going to be kind of, I don't know, a little bit weird, I guess. Not too normal. So let me get over to the skeleton spawner. If my calculations are correct, we have to go down one of these tunnels, but like 400 blocks down one of those tunnels. So let me look up the coordinates and find this skeleton thing, and then we'll tunnel our way straight to it, because it's actually at level 11, which is where we mine at. I didn't mine a direct line there initially, though, because it was through some cave system at the end of one of these super long tunnels. But it's going to take us a while to get there, so I'm going to tunnel straight there, and I'll be right back after that, you guys. Well, I've made it to our skeleton spawner, and it is about 450 blocks straight down one of those tunnels from our mining kind of channel. Basically 450 blocks from our storage room, so it's a ways away. But we could build some sort of rail cart to get over here. And when I got over here, there were tons of slimes in the caves above us, kind of. So we are very near to a slime chunk as well. So I'm kind of thinking we might be able to do some sort of an XP, like a skeleton, not an XP spawner, a skeleton grinder for bones, and also be getting slime while we AFK over here as well. So that could be pretty sweet. But for now, the next step is basically to clear out a space around this spawner. So we have to clear out a space that I think is like 2 more blocks deep and at least one above it. And we have to 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, actually, because that is the space that these skeletons can actually spawn around here. I've made a tutorial about this before. So we're going to clear out the area. And then another problem we might run into is that this thing is really close to the ground. We're at level 11. If we go down much, you know, we're at level 9 even if we go down 2. So we're very close to bedrock, and I have to figure out how to get these skeletons maximally spawning and then get them to a place where they're going to automatically die. And I think I can do it. I don't think it's going to be too much trouble, but I hope us being so close to the ground doesn't cause any trouble, but hopefully we'll be okay. So let me get this room cleared out a little bit. So let me get started on this whole grinder thing, and then we will come back and we'll let you guys know what we're going to be up to. Well, right away, while digging our room around this skeleton spawner, I found something that might be a problem. We are right next to a lava lake, so I may have to be draining some of this with gravel. It's probably the fastest, or turning it into obsidian and mining that out. Or maybe we can use it to our advantage to kill the skeletons. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, definitely got to be careful around here, because one false step and it could be our last. So anyway, okay, keep clearing it out. Here we go. Alright, for those of you guys who have seen my skeleton spawner XP whatever tutorial, you'll know that I kind of like to create a chamber around my skeleton spawner so that I know exactly where it is, and also so that I never mine into it. And that chamber here needs to be exactly big enough to include basically every spawning space that is possible. And you need to keep things lit up. That's why there's nothing spawning in here right now, because it's a pain in the butt to work on this stuff while skeletons are dropping on your head trying to shoot your skull. And what I'm doing right now is basically creating that chamber. I'm just using the stone that I'm getting out of the walls here with my Silk Touch pickaxe, and I'm creating a bunch of stone brick, and because we're not going to really ever see this, I think. I'm not even sure if I need that much stone brick, so let's not do that yet. But what we're doing here is that because we're probably never going to see this, I'm not taking much time to do the decoration, basically. I don't really care how this looks. We are going to decorate probably the place where we stand to collect all the drops and where the skeletons die, and also where we're going to stand, because it's going to be the exact same place, if it is possible, to get our slimes activated too, that slime chunk that I told you about earlier. And so there's a cave this way that I just blocked off, but that's okay because we can go back this way. And let's do this. And let's just do all this because I don't even know. We'll be standing, I think, on this side somewhere, but we can only go back about this far, and then our spawner turns off. So our slime chunk is like this direction right here. And as long as we're within like 128 blocks from it, it should be active. Not like the spawner where we have to be like 16 or 15 blocks within it. So we can't be too far away from the spawner, but even like if we're standing in this room right here, I think that slime chunk would be activated. So I think it's pretty good. We're going to get the slime, we're going to get the skeleton spawner set up first. This is as far back as we go. Ooh, look at that, iron. So let me keep working on the walls, then I'll work on the kind of the killing kind of area where we're going to send the skeletons up, so that they can fall down to their deaths. It's not the nicest thing for the skeletons, I know, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do, alright? So we're gonna do that. I'll get that all set up, you guys. I'm gonna do most of this off camera. If you're curious about how I'm doing what I'm doing, and you didn't want to have all the cuts, then go ahead and watch my skeleton tutorial. It's an old tutorial. Parts of it are kind of boring, but if you plug through it, you'll see exactly what I'm doing here. It's a very efficient killing method for our skeleton friends. And for us to get all of the bones and everything collected, it's going to be really, really good. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do that. Alrighty guys, here's an update. I cleared out the room for the skeleton spawner. I just have to make the little water elevator that takes them up and drops them down. But the thing is, I didn't really know where to drop them because I had to figure out where exactly the slime chunk was. Now, a couple ways to find slime chunks. You can basically just clear a giant area, like 100 by 100, and stand way at the end of it and then wait for them to spawn, see where they spawn, kind of mark their spawn. And eventually you can map out a 15 by 15 chunk where it actually is somewhat a slime chunk. You can kind of figure out where they're spawning. That's going to take a long time. So I instead plugged in the seed of our BaconCraft server here onto Mine Atlas. Then I went ahead and, whoa, that's why I didn't break that yet. Plug it up. I need some blocks. Wait till I'm done telling my story, then we can go in there. Nope. Nope. Why is it? Oh, because he's standing there. Okay, let's do that. Anyway, so there's a few things behind this block here. What I did is I looked up on Mine Atlas exactly where the slime chunks were next to where we are in the game right now, and I found out that there's actually two slime chunks directly next to each other. And so what I did is I cleared out the first one, but I didn't have enough torches on me to actually light it up. So by the time I started clearing out the second one, there were too many dudes starting to spawn. You can hear there's slime in there. If I turn up my speakers, we can hear some slimes. I gotta turn up my sound here. Just give me a second. You can hear some definite slimes bouncing around. But slimes can spawn in light levels, high light levels. And everything spawns in low light levels, and I couldn't light it up enough yet. So right behind this block here, we have our giant room with slimes and skeletons and creepers and everything basically. So what our goal right now is I'm going to get in there, clear it out. I've brought enough torches with me to light up this whole room because you can see it is packed with non-friendly things right now. And I'm gonna keep this rolling here because I'm gonna run in here and it could get messy. Here we go. Let's light up. There they are. Go away. Okay, I hear there's only a skeleton in here, a zombie. Oh, there's a creeper. Go away. I got him, and he's dead. Good. Okay, let's take care of this guy. Actually, I'll let them take care of each other. Okay, because the skeleton shot the zombie, so now the zombie's going to fight the skeleton while the skeleton keeps trying to fight me. And maybe the skeleton will do our dirty work for us. Haha, he did. And then he died. Oh, hello. How are you? Okay, and now I can show you guys how close we are. So here is the wall of the skeleton spawning chamber here. And we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, from the spawner we're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 15 is where we can stand and still have the skeleton spawner activated, so we're right next to the slime chunk, basically. Here's where it starts, and way over there is where it ends because we have two chunks together. So, a pretty nice area, but I gotta figure out where to stand now. I think what we're going to do is this whole wall is going to come down and be replaced with glass. And then we're going to ride a minecart on that side and be able to see our slime chunk. And we're going to place our AFK spot over kind of on that side of the skeleton spawner. Because then we can chill over there. Our slime chunk's going to be collecting all the slime. We'll be safe. We're not going to be standing like in our slime chunk, you know. We're not going to be standing too close to it either to not have slime spawning, because that's a thing. If you do stand too close to, like if I stand right here, right, like here, no slimes are going to spawn in here because I'm too close. You have to be with, I think I was like 24 blocks away or something, and then it'll make it so that basically nothing spawns close to you. And that's not what we want. We want the slime spawning. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out the rest of the space. I might go ahead and set up some of our AFK area. I'm going to clear out this wall and replace it with glass probably. I'm going to fancy the place up a little bit. There's a kind of a water room down here, which basically I made non-spawnable by placing blocks everywhere, but I also want to place torches so I can see it, because how did you get down here? Punk, there's nowhere for you to spawn. Alright, that slime's a cheater, obviously. Cheats. Total cheats. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go do some cleaning here. I'm going to fix up this whole place. I might even just block up this whole room here just to get it out of the way. I'm going to light up our floor with sea lanterns. I may have to even go AFK for more sea lanterns. I might have to do that overnight even, so that's going to kind of put a damper on things. And I'll come back when I have some interesting things to show you guys, when I can show you basically how we're going to kill the slimes, which is kind of an old-fashioned method, but it works very well. I can show you where the AFK platform is going to be. I can get our slime. Oh, that would be cool if I can get our slime elevator killing system set up right now. And then while we're doing all this work here, it can already be killing everything for us. So we're not wasting our time just building here. We're also getting stuff for it. So anyway, okay, time to go to work. Alright, you guys, it's been quite some time since an update, and I have been hard at work at our slime farm, basically. And the room, it looks prettier, doesn't it? Totally prettier. Now, if you're familiar with slime farms, you probably have seen at some point the one where you basically put some cactus in the center, or you put some cactus near it. In this case, we're just going to put some cactus in the center, even though it takes away some of our spawn area, because we're going to be AFK for a couple hours over here at our skeleton spawner. And in a couple hours, we're probably going to get way more slimes than we're ever going to need. So I'm not really caring so much about the most efficient farm. However, what I am going to do, and one thing that I need to do, is there's a system of caves directly above this. Now, if you're familiar with slime farms, you know that they can basically work anywhere between bedrock all the way up to 40. Now, because we're underneath an ocean, that becomes quite convenient for us, actually, because if we basically... We've already lit up all the caves around here pretty much. So if we just basically tunnel upwards all the way up to the ocean, that should take care of all of the spawning spaces throughout all these caves and everything, because remember, even though the caves are lit up, the slimes can still spawn. And so basically we're going to block everything off. We're going to make it spawn proof so that the only place something can spawn is right here inside of our slime farm or in our skeleton spawner. And I think if we do that, not only is this room going to look pretty cool, it's also just going to be pretty cool. Okay, it's going to definitely be efficient enough for us to get more than enough slimes than we're ever going to use or need. So I'm going to spend the next couple hours, I think, just tunneling up. I'm going to go up another 15 blocks or so. If I think I've cleared the cave that's above me, I'm probably going to stop right there. And yeah, you guys, I could move a beacon over here, but I think I'm just gonna do it old school. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back in a little while, you guys. Alright, ladies and gents, as you can see, the slime farm is working. I am currently being chased by 3 very large slimes and their little brother, Greenie. I do need to fix up the walls, make them look better. If I go too much higher, I will be hitting the ocean. I do not think there are any open caves above us for slimes to spawn, so as long as all the surrounding caves, other than this, are all lit up, which I believe they are, or at least the ones nearby are, then we are good. I need to get the skeleton spawner working, because even though I said I was going to do that, I have not done that yet. And as far as this goes, I also think I can add in a couple extra layers above us, because these slimes really only need a 3-block tall kind of space to spawn. So I think if I create some platforms above us that just have a bunch of open holes, the way slimes jump around is pretty random, and eventually they'll fall down the holes, they'll fall to the bottom floor here, and they will most likely find their way to the cactus setup that I'm going to put down. If they don't die from the fall, they'll die from jumping straight into the cactus, because they get aggro by the iron golems that are going to be up here in the center, and that's how they die. And then I just put some hoppers down and collect all that stuff. But yeah, this is a big hole. Dang. This took a while too, a couple hours. I watched some movies. There's some good movies out there, you guys. Go and check out some movies. And this thing, I still haven't messed around with this. We're going to have to go up a certain amount of blocks. I think these skeletons have to fall 23 blocks in order to... No, 23 blocks and they'll almost be dead. See how efficient this is already? There's another one there. I do not think we're even going to need to add those other floors. In fact, I'm not going to at first. I'm just going to put walls on this thing, and we're going to see how it goes. And if it's good enough, then I don't have to worry about it, because I've already gotten a couple stacks of slime out of here, and I'm not even trying. So we have to bring these skeletons up at least 24 blocks above where they're going to fall. At least 23 blocks. No, 24 blocks will kill them, I think. So I'm going to probably go at like 25, 26 just to be sure. And we're going to bring them up that way and make them fall straight down. I don't want to have them turn at the top when they get up the elevator, and then go straight in that direction, just a couple blocks, and then fall. That should be perfect, because then I can have my... Actually, more than just a few blocks. Dang it, slimes. I'm trying to look around here. Stop spawning. Okay, I have to figure this out. Let's see. Stop it for a second. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, everybody die. Okay, no, you die too. Stop it. Okay? If I go, let's see, this is the spawner, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and the wall, 2, 3. This is the elevator. Where did you come from? Is there another slime chunk over there? Dang it. Alright, I gotta look into that, but this is where they get raised up. So that means I can bring them over like 5 blocks or something and then drop them. And that should be good. That should keep me out of range roughly for the slime floor here. And, ooh, I gotta make sure I'm not out of range of the spawner though. How far can I go here? 15 blocks, so let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where they would get raised up, and then 1, 2, yes, 3, yes, 4, yes, 5, yes, 6, 7, 8, 7. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, 5 blocks over roughly, drop them down, kill them, collect all the stuffs, and we can just chill then. That's going to be our AFK spot. Okay, I figured that out, you guys. This is the boring process, digging all this stuff out and everything. I got to check on the slime chunk over there, do a couple extra bits and bobs. I'm going to do a bunch of that off camera, and then we will come back and show you guys where we're at. Okay, you guys, it's the next day, and I'm just about set up here. A couple things. Last night I was playing. I was just about like pumped. I was like, maybe I will get this episode out on time. And then, of course, guess what happens? The server expired, and I talked to our server admin, who's he's pretty on the spot dude. He was pretty quick about it, but I talked to him and he's like, yeah, man, I don't know about renewing it. I mean, right now it doesn't make much sense to renew it. I'm the only one who really plays on here much anymore. And so he did today give me a world download directly from our host, which was nice. But yes, that means I'm currently the only person now playing on the BaconCraft server. So what I'm doing right now, by the way, is hooking up what I think is the way we hook up our little farm here, our slime farm. It's a little bit dark, but I got one more thing. Let's hope this works. I've never really tried this before, you guys, so could be a complete failure. If I pop the head on, he should fall down, and we should have a golem right there. I think that's how you do it. And now he just chills. And we should give him some lights, though, here. Well, let's do this. He's a little bit dark, you know? Got to be nice to the guy. He's just going to be standing up here for eternity now. At least give him some torches. Oh yeah, now he looks super happy. Anyway, I don't know if I have to name him. I don't think I have to name him, but let's take all of our stuff out of here. And that is pretty much the slime farm, you guys. All the slimes spawn, they jump straight. They try to get him because they are attracted to him, and then they just kill themselves against this cactus, and I pick up all the slime. Eventually I'm going to push my slime over to back behind our little wall here, which is going to be where we're going to be carting past on our trail, or we're just going to put a nether portal over there, I think, and so you can spawn in. You can kind of watch all the slimes jump to their death. That'll be kind of fun in a sort of rude, horrible way. But anyway, this is what happened to me this week, you guys, because this episode's getting long already and I need to finish it. But what happened was I play Ultimate Frisbee on Wednesdays, and I play soccer now on Thursdays, and I got a little bit too into the soccer. That's what really happened. I was playing soccer, I slide tackled on AstroTurf, and it just completely tore apart my legs, you guys. I have two huge, not bruises, but like, it almost looks like it ripped my skin away down to the muscle. And so on both of my legs, it really hurts quite a lot. But that's not the worst part, really. In the morning on Friday, after the night of Frisbee, I went into my place of employment, my work, my school that I work at. And I went to see the school nurse because my wrist hurt a lot. And she actually had thought that it was fractured. And she was like, you should go and get x-rays. And I don't take the best care of myself sometimes, so I didn't go get x-rays. But I waited, and I did my research, because sometimes in foreign countries, healthcare is okay, and in other times, healthcare is not so great. So actually, the healthcare here in Mexico is pretty darn good. I have it set up pretty good, but place where I was before, not so much. But I looked up some things, and I was like, I don't want to miss what I had going on Friday. It was kind of important. So I skipped it, took a chance, and I skipped it. And luckily, yesterday, my hand hurt a lot less. And I didn't have any bruising. I didn't have any weird colors happening on my hand. So I was like, I'm probably okay. So I didn't go in, which is I probably should have gone in. I know I should have. A bunch of my friends are probably angry with me. But anyway, I'm healthy. Last night the bacon server went down then after all that stuff, because that was kind of delaying me from doing things. And then the BaconCraft server went down, and that delayed me from finishing BaconCraft's episode today. But you guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the other one of these, just on the other side of the room over here. I'm going to possibly in the future build some platforms above here, because if I build platforms above here, they can spawn there, and that would be nice. I have to go over and get in fact, I'll show you right now. If we go down this path here, this is our kind of like viewing window, so we can look into this thing. I thought that'd be kind of cool. We also have to change all the walls to probably just boring stone bricks or something like that. It doesn't have to be a cool color or anything. Change the walls so that it looks a little bit nicer. And then, where am I? Right here? Right here. This is where the skeletons will actually fall down to their deaths, And I'm not even sure if I have to be in that room, but I do need to be within range of the spawner over here. So my AFK place is going to be like right here-ish, where I'm standing. If I'm standing at 11. Yes, I'm standing at Y equals 11, so right here-ish. I might clear this whole thing out here so I can see straight into the farm over on that side. But that's about it. So I have a couple big kind of projects really to do. I'm going to take a couple hours here, crank away on them, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finishing touches at the end of our episode today. Well, ladies and gents, you guys, it's been too long, and this episode is supposed to go out about a day ago already. So here's what we're going to do. I have finished almost entirely the slime part. I still have to wire up these hoppers to basically carry the slime underneath and it over to a storage system over here. As you can see, I've decorated a little bit in there. The only thing left is the ceiling, and I haven't done that because I might raise it up a little bit more. And I might add some more platforms in eventually to kind of make our spawning even more better. But for now, it is completely functional as long as I stand a little bit further away from it so that they can actually spawn. Over here, you can see the bricks that I've laid on the floor is basically I need to stand inside those. If I stand on them or inside them, the skeleton spawner here is going to be active. And if I stand way over here, the slime farm is completely working and the skeleton farm is completely working, and I did AFK for about 6 hours or so. Completely filled this chest with arrows and bones and the hopper, and it was actually overflowing. And the slime farm produced about almost 9 stacks of slime in 6 hours, so I think I'm going to try to increase the efficiency of that, but really it's working, you guys. It's working pretty well. I just have to decorate this whole place. We have to figure out a better way to get here instead of running 450 blocks. So I'm probably going to be installing some sort of portal because I don't want to do the whole rail all the way over here. And what else? So eventually this is going to be also funneled into an automatic sorting system. It's probably just going to throw out the arrows because we don't need those. And it's going to bring all of the bones over to a storage system here, all of the slime right next to that, so we can just run over here AFK, not worry about anything, and get everything that we want from it. So that's the plan, and this whole thing has to be decorated. But you guys, we're out of time. We are out of time. We were out of time about a day ago, and I'm sure some of you guys are like sitting there wondering where the episode is and being annoyed that it's not out. And so I'm gonna end it here. Next episode, I have something else in mind. Plus, we can finish this up as well, and so that should be kind of nice to kind of culminate the whole thing. But you guys, whoop, take my helmet off because I can see you guys. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. I'm sorry this is a late episode, you guys. I'm sorry due to my inability to choose what I wanted to do, due to my injuries, due to the server crashing. However, you guys, due to the server crashing, hey, I have something to tell you. I am now not a server anymore. BaconCraft is just a single player by me. That means I can upgrade it to 1.10. Yeah! And all these bones, you guys, we can make bone blocks. And I can go into the nether, and I can get all the nether wart, and I can make that into crazy blocks. And I can get the lava blocks. Yes! Yes! And I've been waiting on some projects in the nether just because I wanted to use those new nether blocks to build with. So, lots of cool things coming, you guys. Sorry this episode took a little bit longer, but the next few episodes I am very, very excited for, and I can't wait to do them. So, if you liked what you saw here today, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, comment, tweet, do whatever you can to let me know that you enjoying what I'm doing here so that I keep doing what I'm doing. And on behalf of all the Hodags out there, thank you for watching, and have a nice day, you guys.